Hola, good morning. Welcome everybody. Quick weekend update, just because we kind of did something we did do something yesterday, and we also didn't. As many of you know, I was focusing on the Nasdaq yesterday, and boy, did we get some trades on the Nasdaq, whilst Bitcoin really didn't do a whole bunch. So we got our short from our box up here. I really wanted this box to be retested, but you know what? Don't always get what you want, so we didn't get it. We got a small little momentary blip here. That one can go as well. And now we're working on a wave 4, I think. So we're gonna say that we have ABC, WXY, and now I'm looking for a 5 down. So the whole thing will be a big ABC. Oh yeah, and that, and that. And if we measure it, let's see what we're going to get. See where our possible return will be. Yep, somewhere between here and 60,000. I bet you it extends, and I'll tell you why. Because looking at the way this is now trending, let me just get rid of some of this mess. I've just dolloped on there, douche and douche. There we go. So looking at the way this structure here is trending, I'll drop onto the 6 minute here. I've got a third wave come in here, but I think for my money, this is what I've got. I've got 1 here. This is 3 of the third, 4th, and then a 5th here. And that is just the third wave done. Okay. So then what we're looking for, and okay, is the larger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Yeah. No, you just put the wave on it, something like that. This may not get all the way down here. This might just come to 61 or something like that. But that's what I'm seeing at the moment. And if we do some measuring, this here gets me to the 1.618. So that's satisfied a third wave. Plus I get this nice big volume, and then we've got this return. My only concern is this return is quite deep at the moment. Oh, it's not 0.5, bang on the money. Right. So I would imagine that this at some point across the weekend will curl over. Yep. We'll do that. And if you didn't get in any of this and you wanted to trade, then it's, you can go short here and your stop loss, but your stop loss needs to be here. Break back into any of this nonsense here, and we are more than likely 3 waves, and we're just going to 3 wave up, and we're going to 3 wave down, like I suggested on Friday. So look, that's the overall picture. That's what I'm kind of looking at. Don't see much else to say. But again, just to say, boys and girls, we had this, look at that. Fantastic trades yesterday on the NAS. Yeah. We had a London Open that gave us 1, 2 longs. Yeah. Then we waited patiently. We shorted this here. And we took out our profits here. And then we went long here on this retest. And we drove that all the way up to here. And then we got out and we finished for the day. And it was so nice. And what's great is you don't need big size and you can still make money. I get this was just, short here, but it just doesn't give you the same opportunity as the traditional indices give you at the moment. And that's because, boys and girls, people are getting out of day trading crypto, and we all need to be aware of that the number of retail day traders in crypto is becoming less and less every single month, and eventually it will become it'll just become you know, it'll become a dead asset unless it can find some way to invigorate and get excited and start moving forward. But there is a lot of stuff in the press and on all very reputable data websites suggesting that the day traders in crypto are leaving. That's why you've got exchanges going bust. Be so careful at the moment with your exchanges, guys. If you have, you know, multiple thousands of dollars on your exchange, be careful because they are going bust. And they're going bust because the whole industry is slowing down because it's been screwed by the market makers and Wall Street and everyone else who is using crypto as a little bitch. And guess what? Day traders are just deciding to fuck off because they're fed up of it. And I have pretty much stopped trading Bitcoin, you know, regularly anymore. I do swing trade it more often, obviously short from up here, but I don't do as much as I used to, and I'm very much focused in on the Nasdaq. So the little trades that I tell you about are, you know, few and far between. But if they don't do something about it, they will end up killing the entire project. And it doesn't matter how many million Bitcoin you own, you'll be in trouble. So anyway, that's just a little bit of stuff I've been reading recently, but this is what we're looking at. Maybe, hopefully, yes, please, this 60,000 will hold. And we get that nice move back up into these higher elements to drop down again. Let me just get that up for you guys. Have I lost my... Yep, so we can still maybe get that, but this is beginning to look, on the higher time frames, we are beginning to look like that. So this needs to turn, this needs to be the final hit to the base before coming up and going back down again. Otherwise, we hit it here, and that was the short at 67. And as I said when we hit it, I said that is very much a viable target. All right, it didn't take out that top, but it doesn't have to. And so you know, we could just be on our way down. Let's have a look. 0.5, 60,000 is the 618, isn't it, roughly? Something in here. And we have been reminding ourselves that we've got all this liquidity right here. Pew, 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 pew. So let's be careful. Oh, not that one. Right. This one. All right, guys, that's it. Just a quick update this morning, just to see what I'm looking at. And because the reason why I think we come back up, guys, is because this move here is corrective, right? So we're building three waves. This isn't 1 2 1 2 down. Hang on. Yeah, this is that's this. I like that as 3. That comes up. That's a C wave. And this is, if this was going to be a larger, if we were going to get that 1 2 1 2 bang, this needed to go yesterday, and it didn't, and it's not going to go at the weekend just because it's not the volume at anymore. So why we don't get much weekend movement, because there's no volume, because there's no retail traders. So so yeah, this list just looks like it will sit in the range, do more like this, and that'll be that. All right, guys, lots of love. Tally buys.